It's Chris. I'm doing a art vlog on what day is this? 21st of January. Just wanted to talk about art basically. I've got a solo show coming up and a group show coming up at the same time in London next month. March, sorry. Preparing in February, it's not actually I've got to prepare a lot in February. I'm sort of living the artist dream still at the minute. Like I haven't got a job apart from being an artist, and I'm running my own business. That's about it. What else to say? So I think this show is going to be quite probably challenging on some level. The whole concept of it is the modern outsider. Modern outsiders in general. Doesn't necessarily mean it's outsider art, because what does that term even mean? It's going to be a show which I think is going to be a mixture of disturbing and hopeful. That's the general tone of my work has been in the last year, really. Like my paintings have gone between the, like I've been doing landscape. I did that earlier this year. Been exploring that more. Inspired by someone like Hunter Vassario. This painting, which I find very disturbing, but which I don't know, there's something in there. Scares me looking at this painting. It scares me a lot. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it comes from, but it's like a mixture of a bunch of different faces, actually, in a lot of ways. Quite a disturbing picture, but if an artwork disturbs me, that usually means like I'm onto something new there. Look at that AI generated portrait there. Heat's still on. Shit. Turn that off. Just realised my heat has been on for ages. What else can I see in here that draws my attention? I've got I think this piece is finished. It's for the D530 for the Wii show in the tunnel. I need to obviously paint on the sides, but that's almost done. What else can I talk about? I bought this like last year. Obviously I've been sort of focusing somewhat on the macabre. Art for me is a spiritual process, so sometimes I like to contemplate death, which is a trope, right? Almost of art. It's not a trope because art's are real people, but sometimes I've spent a lot of time last year just. A lot of my work has been meditating upon this, the crow and the skull and the books, and just trying to mentally meditating to think, what does that mean? What does this mean? It's very macabre, obviously. I've never died. I've had a bad trip once where I felt like I was dead, but I wasn't. Sounds bizarre, but that's what happens if you have a bad trip, It's quite traumatic. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't do it anymore. So I think the other video artworks have shown before in previous vlogs. I need to do a lot more. I've done a lot of the printouts and stuff. I've printed out all the information I need to print out and got all that ready. Just gonna take a benzo, I think. Just take a benzo. I get prescribed diazepam basically for these. I get these occasional twitches and stuff, but I don't know. I've got loads of drawings and stuff I need to organise. I know one cool thing I can show actually. I've got this. I'm going to have this in the exhibition as well. It's going to be a book, which is it's just a collection of work from over 10 years actually, and I'll show that now. There you go. This is like a portfolio that I've had for ages. I actually picked it up from my parents' house. It's just been in storage there for ages, like a lot of my work is. Oh, I just won't say anything and just show the work. This painting no longer exists. It was just lost, one of the lost works. Don't think that exists anymore. That exists still. I think this one exists somewhere. That was a show I had electric pictures. Now I'll shut up. So it's quite interesting. Just well, not really even looking at them, looking at them through the camera, but yeah, like just revisiting some of that. So you can tell it's sort of charged a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of yeah. It's painting is something I've always done since I was 21, and well, seriously from when I was 21, a bit before that as well, but seriously from when I was 21. And I was doing a studio vlog. This is my favourite picture by any artist that's ever been done of me. David Jones' portrait of me from when we had our studio in Picture House. Dave's actually a lecturer now at Goldsmiths. He's a fantastic designer, an artist in his own right. It's fantastic. This painting is oil, which I don't do. This is bloody brilliant painting. This is like the one portrait in my life that always gives me solace every time I look at it, because I think you're alright. Like sometimes I feel very like I'm a bad person, or like I suffer from depression sometimes, and every time I look at this painting I remember that you're a good person. I'm a good man. Like every time I look at this face is looking right back at me, just like, you're a good guy. Yeah, I've been busy. I think my benzo, whatever you say, benzodiazepine or whatever the fuck, I can't remember. But yeah, if you wanna obviously like find out more about my own personal artistic process in terms of painting and art, then obviously follow this channel, like it, subscribe. Visit the Tunnel website, London. Sorry. Go to 100 Years Gallery if you want to find out more about the gallery. The tunnel shows at the Asylum Chapel in Peckham. Yeah, this has been me, Chris, signing off. I hope everyone out there is well and life is good. I need to get to sleep. It's like, what, 5:30 in the morning, but I might paint. I feel like painting anyway. Like I do need to get like some sort of income or job, but stay like more apart from art, which is quite difficult to make a living from. But hopefully that'll happen soon. Like I made a bit of a mistake recently. I slept in too much. I missed the job interview, which was a bad decision. But okay, I didn't do it on purpose. I really actually wanted that job, and unfortunately I just didn't wake up in time. I was an hour late. It's because I'm such a severe night owl. Like I stay awake. I'm like on the opposite cycle to everyone else in a lot of ways from my circadian rhythm. And again, I'm on the night owl mode. Like I am a night owl. That is my psychological type. I'm going into way too much now, but I mean, why not? Like if anyone's watching this and they want to, have an insight into me as a person and how I function as a painter, then this is a accurate representation of that, which is important. For other artists who want to learn about, not learn, I mean, I'm not the artist, there is no one artist, there's many artists, and they've all got something to say. Artists are competitive, that is a part of art, but it's more about driving each other to improve, get better. It's like a constructive creativity, building basically of art. you know, that's what, well, the reason that Matt formed the tunnel, I think, was because he just wanted to give artists an opportunity to showcase their work. I was lucky enough to get involved in that. I'd been around Viner Street at the time and the scene when that was all kicking off, and I was on the sort of, I was a bit in there because I was involved with Cultivate Gallery, which I think Sean still runs, which is a good thing. And Sean is also a dude, cool sound guy. He was very punk. He was always good. He's always good to me. Like, I haven't seen it for ages, but you know, I'm just talking now about a bunch of my artist friends in London, essentially. I do miss London a bit. I'm going to be down there anyway in March, but like, I like being up here in Scotland because it's a nice retreat from the world. Life can get heavy sometimes, you know. But yeah, I need to sell a bit of work, and I need to just start having interesting discussions with people in London who are on the cutting edge of the art world and politics and everything, really, actually, because I want to know about what's going on and, you know, figure out how we're going to get ourselves out of this mess. Maybe it's a sort of ridiculous hope, but I guess that's important, right? Hope. Anyway, I'm probably coming across as very anxious, because I probably am, about the show, but I hope it gets a good reception, and if you want to come along, please do. Yeah, and also I need to start painting on the edges. I need to get on that. I need to just get on. Like, maybe have some rest soon, but just get on that tomorrow, I think. Anyway, peace, and yeah.